You know, I've been wanting to make a video about stealing techniques, about the concept of watching somebody do something and taking it for yourself, applying it in your own Kendo. So in the spirit of trying to promote good Kendo, I want to share with you this breakdown I did of this technique and sharing some of the elements that you may want to keep in mind if you're trying to steal the technique and use it for yourself. I did this during a live stream and I compare a successful attempt and an unsuccessful attempt. But then in one of my comment videos, what I want to do is I want to share my specific formula, what things I keep in mind when I'm trying to steal any technique or anything that I see in somebody else's Kendo. If you're interested in that, please subscribe to the channel, and this way you can also be part of my live streams. And if you get some value from this video, please hit the like button and share this with somebody you want their Kendo to improve. Thank you for watching. Oh, hold on. I really like the motion that White did here, the Romanian guy did. He goes around the shinai, over and below. Very good thing to have in your repertoire. What I would say is that I would avoid dropping my sword so much. I would like to go around the shinai a little bit tighter before throwing my technique. You see here, he's dropping his shinai all the way down and then advancing. What you want to do, instead of going like this and going down, and then advancing, doing it as you advance. You also have to do it with a little bit of a different timing. It could not be the same timing, I think, obviously depending on the opponent. But I think that to make it more successful, you have to make the circle around the shinai as you're advancing forward. It really helps to have a different timing of moving around the shinai rather than doing it too quick, because a lot of times if you do it too quick, and especially if you don't move, the person, one, open up and then close, or two, you do too quick, they don't do anything. If you try to go like this, kind of like you're throwing the kote, go around and hit the man. It's a very interesting technique to have, a very useful technique to have. But again, you have to understand how to approach it timing-wise, body-wise, and even shinai work-wise, right? There's a lot of elements happening. So it's not just, let me just twirl around and then go in. So it's cool that now we're gonna see this technique that actually got the ippon. Now he's going here with the lower body, not with the upper body. So he starts closing the distance, and as he closes the distance, he starts going over, under. Look at the angle of the shinai, pointing towards the opponent, not the floor, and closing in the distance to going directly for the man. This type of motion gets a little bit of a better reaction from the opponent. Now, not only that, look at the timing on how he does it, right? He goes first a little bit slow, there's a pause, and then the hit. Not so fast as he's closing the distance. Little bit of a pause, and then going in with a very compact man, directly, straight line. Let's watch it real time. Pause. And going in. These changes of rhythm are crucial to make sure that the opening is there, to make sure that the opponent opens, but you have to have this pauses with a feeling of continuation towards the opponent. If you pause by completely settling down, it's going to take longer for you to re-engage your body and go forward. There has to be a sense of continuation between the moment where you put in the pressure and you execute the technique. All these different elements make it so this type of technique, this type of approach becomes very successful against an opponent. When you're doing this, you also want to be careful, because if you do it too many times, the opponent can get the rhythm of this and actually hit you as you're trying to approach it, especially if you have this kind of already set up in your mind that this is what you're going to do. If you start repeating it and the opponent catches the pattern, it can be very problematic. So this is one of the things that you may want to try at the dojo, trying to figure out how to do it. And then if you're going to use it as shiai, do it at a moment where you feel comfortable with your footwork, with your approach, and you start guessing that the opponent is maybe in a defensive mood. That way you have higher chances of this being a score. If you would like to see another breakdown of how to approach an opponent and score an ippon, you might want to check this video right here. And if you would like to be part of my streams or get more Kendo videos your way, please subscribe to the channel. If you got some value from this, I want to remind you, please hit the like button. It really helps the channel, and share this with somebody you want their Kendo to improve.